The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Damn, damn, damn!
All right, everybody, welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday, August 23rd, and we are back. Let's go around the horn. Joe, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey, everybody, and everyone
like
saying hello in the chat. Hello.
I like the base 6 right behind you. That looks good.
Base 6, and there, over there's my Objector 5.
Oh yeah. Welcome, Matt. Wearing
guys.
the darkness shirt.
Hey, Janice.
Oh, thank you, Andrew Collins, and welcome, Krellbar. Krellbar, welcome to the
How's it going, everyone?
group. Welcome, good to see you. Juke Bizzle, wait, good to see you, Jukebox.
Hey, Ricky.
LES, welcome. Anyways, it is August 23rd, and
Hey, Juke.
what's been going on? Joe, you were telling me before we started you found a new TV show channel. You want
No.
to watch Columbo? Why aren't you watching Columbo on that? Oh, no, you don't want to.
I subscribe to some IPTV
IPTV, everybody. All right.
on my Fire
IPT
Stick. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was saying that it has like a lot of channels and everything, and it's something to look into. I shall check it out myself. There was something I wanted to talk about. There was a guitar video I watched, and I'm really sick of the gear videos. It's I know what it was. Some kid. I'm trying to think of what the name. Aquafish, I think the name of his channel is.
Agufish.
So he bought a guitar like a Tom DeLonge Strat that he paid, I don't know, $1,300, whatever it is. And the strings weren't aligned well, and it was just a fucked up guitar. And they replaced it, which was cool. But then he went to play it, and I was just like, my God, how can I get you to stop playing? What's it going to take for me to get you out of a new guitar today? Oh, it was awful.
Was it?
And I guess it's like, who's Tom DeLonge?
Or was it the
is the guy from Blink 182? No.
Yeah, that's the guy from Blink.
Okay, so he's playing Blink 182 songs, and I'm like,
there's a big ass Duncan Invader in the bridge.
Yeah, and there's no way you can try to disguise it as a good music. It's terrible.
Oh no.
And it's not punk, it's fucking gay pop. And I believe
gay pop.
The term K-pop comes from the Korean mimicking gay pop, which is what 80s punk or 90s punk, which I've said this many times before, folks, and I believe it with all my heart. The Sex Pistols are the only punk band ever. All this other shit is pop. Maybe Anal Cunt. Maybe. But since the death of Seth Putnam, I don't really believe there even going to be an argument.
It's funny
I'm
that
kidding.
you
Do you guys
say
know
that.
the band?
Yes, I do.
there's
And they had a Freddie Mercury song too. Freddie Mercury, something about AIDS and Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
or something like
they're
that.
horrible. One of the worst bands ever.
Yeah.
But go on, Joe.
I just saw one of my favorite wrestlers passed away today.
Who was that?
The Funkster, Terry Funk.
Oh,
Terry
Funk
Funk.
died.
Wow, I remember him.
Yeah. So, anyways, what was that other band? What's the band that I hate that did Basket Case?
Oh, Green Day.
Like, to me, that's not a punk band. That's a pop band.
No, it's not.
Blink 182, that's pop.
No, but the Ramones were considered the first punk band. They were before.
I don't think
Sex
they're punk.
Pistols. Yeah.
Rock and Roll High School. Do we need to go? Rockaway Beach. Do we need to go back and listen to these songs?
Sex
Or China
Pistols
was
did
a.
one album, dude, and they were English.
It's the only real punk record.
Yeah,
It's
know.
punk.
No, I can.
There's no way you're selling. She was a girl from Birmingham. She just had an abortion. There's no way you're coloring that as anything but punk.
Well,
But
that's
you
like
look at
saying
the-
there's only one kind of metal. I mean, you know.
No,
there's-
not one kind of metal. I'm saying the Ramones were pop. Yes, they put it with a punk package.
I don't
They
agree.
tried to
But they
come
did it
across like
before
they-
the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, but they weren't punk. The Sex Pistols were punk.
Misfits were punk.
I'm not saying you have to agree. I'm saying my belief is that there is only one punk band.
This is my truth.
Okay.
No,
there's
it's
only
my
one
belief.
truth.
I don't believe the Ramones were very punk. I think of them more as a garage pop band.
All right, I'm just saying that just because somebody went farther with it doesn't mean they're the only ones. I mean, they got
I'm
it
not saying they went further. I'm saying what the punk movement was
in English.
a rebellion against the institution and the rock and pop. It was a rebellion against all that. You can't have a rebellion against it and be it.
Rules, musical
I think-
rules, according to Dave.
Yeah.
You can't be blues unless you're fucking crying tears. Get out of here.
It's true.
And you know what? Anal Cunt is a 24/7 channel on IPTV. Fuck you.
Oh, I love that channel. No, but seriously, are you going to tell me, like, if you said to me, I really like the blues, and I'm like, oh, really? And then you play me a song like that's every day I got the blues, and it's this happy song. I'm like, that ain't the fucking
you've
blues.
got
Every
blues
day.
the original blues players saying blues is being sad. Blues is. It's
What's
all
the
about
guy's
everything.
name that was in Crossroads? Joe.
Joe Morton.
What's
Joe Morton.
no? Who's the guy? The actor's name? But when he says blues ain't nothing but a good guy feeling
Yeah,
bad.
that's
feeling bad.
Joe.
Blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad. Well, that means that he feels bad. He's not sitting there snapping with his happy face saying, every day I got the blues, and he's happy.
I like Bleeding Gums Murphy better. He says blues ain't about feeling bad;
One
it's
of
about
my
making others
favorite-
feel worse.
One of my favorite blues players is Albert Collins, and 99% of his songs will make you laugh your ass off.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, look, I'm telling you right. Joe Seneca, thank you so much, Cold Roses.
Oh, okay. There.
I'm going to say this. This is another one of my walking on a fucking tightrope type of lines. I'm going to say Johnny Cash wasn't country. He's Americana to me. Country, listen, I want that fiddle. I want that pedal steel. George Jones, now that's country. Marty Stewart, now that's country.
Never gave it that much thought.
Johnny Cash, that's Americana.
I've never
There's
heard
nothing
of such
country
a
about that.
category.
What's that?
I've never heard of this category.
Yeah, well, Americana, you never heard of Americana? It's
Not
kind of
in-
like
Not in, you know.
music.
not in
Yeah, no,
music.
it came out of folk. Like it's basically more. It's not like, to me, country has a banjo, a fiddle, a fucking pedal steel. Let me
To
see
some
how
degree,
much
John
blues
Cougar
can you make?
Mellencamp
Enough
was.
already. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Ryan bodybuilding. I gotta agree with right there. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. I missed, what was that brought up for? I love that album, by the way. Oh,
He
I
probably brought it
believe
up as a
Joe.
punk album.
No, but I believe Joe has given that album a listen recently. And Joe, what is your thoughts on Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs?
Oh, that was a great fucking album.
It is
that's
great.
That's amazing. You can't listen to that without knowing halfway through the first or second song that you're listening to an epic fucking classic.
Yeah.
And you
The
think
first-
yourself, oh, this
I
just
own it.
became one of my favorite albums.
Yeah. It's fucking great. I mean, it's an album that I think that gets overlooked, especially by younger people. And I would consider myself younger. I mean, the record came out in '74, and I didn't hear of it until the mid to late '80s. But it is the best Hendrix album, right? Waylon, country or rock and roll? Waylon Jennings to me is country through and through.
That's outlaw.
Because you know why? He's just a good old boy. You know, my mother loves me. She don't understand why they just show my hands and not my face on TV. Making the way. Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed, absolutely. Zach
Jerry Reed,
Brown,
fucking
absolutely is Americana. I would agree with all that. Yeah. I mean, to me, you know, you want to hear a great country song. George Jones, a good year for the Roses is fantastic. Merle Haggard, what's that tune I love by Merle Haggard? I did 21 in prison doing life without Mama Tried. Great stuff. I love it. I love country. I like all music. Let me get this straight. I love all music. I even love pop that some people will call punk, which would be the Clash as well. I don't believe the Clash are a punk band.
I never thought they were punk.
No, I never thought they were either.
Now, let me blow your mind with this. I'm driving in the car, and I have on my gym mix is playing through the car. And Power comes on from Rainbow. Now, do you guys remember this song? It's off the album Straight Between the Eyes. I got the power.
I got.
And I'm listening to it going, I can't believe Richie Blackmore stole Train in Vain. It's the fucking
know.
Clash riff. You guys know Train in Vain?
Yes, I do.
But there's
You-
only
you'll know
one
if you-
thing I gotta say. I want you to stand by me. Ban, dan, dan, when you're all alone. It's the same
If you
riff.
heard it, you'd know.
And the
It's
Clash
the
came
same
first,
riff.
and the Clash put it out first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
79.
Oh, yeah. Clash was done by the time. I think the Clash was done by '82, the last record, and I think it's before that. And this was like '83.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
so, anyways, I do believe Richie. And
That
this
time of
band-
shape
so-
was '83. Yeah, I think Straight Between the Eyes was '82.
hold on one second. Sorry. 80. Yeah. Well, I don't know when Train in Vain came out. Somebody tell me what year
79.
Train.
79.
Okay. There you, I knew it was earlier. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, let's put it this way. I knew the Clash didn't take it from Richie Blackmore. That I was confident. Richie Blackmore has a habit of Nixon riffs. Ricky Skaggs, love it. Clash were punk the first
1980.
two albums.
I was wrong. 1980, February 1980.
Yeah, it's still before.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still before Power.
Definitely.
1980, I think, is Difficult to Cure. The album before that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
All right.
And Straight Between the Eyes was '82, as I said.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it just came to me when I was listening to it. I'm like, why do I know this song? It's funny too because I'm listening to a song the other day by Foreigner called what the hell's the song is it? You're All I Am off of Double Vision, and the sax solo comes in, and I'm like, I know the melody of this song. What the hell song is the sax? And then it was it's Yesterday Once More by the Carpenters they're playing.
That
Every
Clash-
shing-a-ling-a-ling that we started to sing still shines, you know, like that. And the sax even does the scoop on it. I'm like, oh man, I don't know why I just didn't pick that up till now.
That Clash was a tough call. London Calling, the album came out in December of '79, and then Train in Vain was released in February of '80. So it was
But it's
right
on
the
that
cusp.
album, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so it came out in '79 then.
So
You were
it
right
is
the
79.
first.
So I was right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that when the single
How
was
about
released,
that?
who cares? I'm just saying the song's a bit of a ripoff. I like Glenn Campbell. I like, I like a lot of stuff. But people are surprised how much I like old country because I do love
Well, I like the old
60s and
country.
70s old country. I love the 80s country. I'm a huge Steve Wariner fan. I love Randy Travis. Big Lyle
What-
Lovett
How
fan.
about Eddie Rabbit?
I liked Eddie Rabbit.
Ooh, I'm driving my
Yeah.
life away.
Now, Eddie Rabbit to me was more of pop country. He was a
Yeah,
crossover
definitely.
because he definitely wasn't like,
So was Juice Newton.
right.
Eddie
She was
Rabbit
pretty
was punk.
Cold Roses, they're a country band, but they do all kinds of stuff. But I love Cousin Kenny, the guitar player, Kenny Vaughn. Love him. And I love Marty Stewart. In fact, I played in a country band and we used to do Tear the Woodpile Down. If you want to hear a fucking rockin' country song, Marty Stewart's Tear the Woodpile Down's great. Listen to Rough Xanadu and then listen to Sweet Child of Mine. I could stop at Xanadu. Do I have to go listen to Guns N' Roses?
Well, as long as it's
You're
not
making me go to work.
with Olivia Newton-John.
Ooh, Wheat Project throwing out a little Jello Biafra. Yeah, Johnny Cash isn't country, Cheech. I went over that. I don't think he's country. It's Americana to me. I don't think Ray.
Oh, East Bay Ray, the
Oh.
guitar player from.
What is John? Give me some Johnny Cash tunes.
Walk the Line,
Off the line.
Ring
Not
of
a
Fire,
country song.
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire's okay, but it's
But-
first of all, it's a cover.
No, that actually sounds like Mexican music.
Right, but it's a cover. He added the horns. His sister-in-law did it first, Anita Carter. Anita Carter did it first. June Carter wrote it. Anita Carter did it. And Johnny Cash said, if this song isn't a hit in 6 months, I'm covering it and I'm going to add the horns because he told her to add those horns.
Yeah, I still think it's a song about anal sex.
Yeah, that June Carter wrote. That
Ring of Fire.
sounds about right. I would
Ring-
probably say you're 100% wrong and bet my
Then
life on it.
next time you
Ring
listen
of
to it, down, 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 and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of
The ring
fire.
piece of fire.
Yeah, June Carter was really famous for writing songs about her hemorrhoids. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this.
She was trying to not write another song and she got stuck.
She wrote a song called "You're Tearing the Ass Out of Me."
Johnny, I'm
A Wheat
stuck.
Project. Great. Look, I love Johnny Cash as a guy, as an actor. Did I mention I love him on Columbo? But
Nah,
I-
never.
I love the guy. I just don't care for the music that much. He wasn't one of my favorites. But I mean, like coming down Sunday morning, like I like listening to him do country songs, and they don't sound country to me when he does them. You ever see? If you've ever seen the Columbo episode, he comes out singing, "I saw the light, I saw the light." That is the most non-country version of "I Saw the Light" I've ever heard. But I like him. I just don't think it's country.
I like him like you do,
Handbomb's
but
throwing out some lyrics to "Nothing to Lose" to you, which was a song about anal sex by Kiss, and I love Marty Robbins' "Big Iron." That song's the greatest. With a big iron on his chest. Somebody else mentioned somebody. I think
El
it was
Paso.
Janice. Janice mentioned. Who did I see her mention? Oh, she thought it was blues. It's a joke. Oh yeah, it's a great episode. The episode's called Swan Song. It is season 3, episode 7. And that shows you how insane I am. Yeah. What else? What else did I want to talk about? Jimmy Reed. Like I said, like I'm a huge, I'll tell you what bothers me in country though as well. There was a big hit by Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings called "Don't Let Your Mama Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys." Are you guys familiar with it?
Yes, very much so.
If you go look up Ed Bruce, his name is Ed Bruce. He does a version of that song because he wrote it and did it first. That guy should have been a superstar. First of all, 70s porn mustache.
Oh God.
You showed this to me one time. Yeah.
Deep voice. I'm telling you, look up Ed Bruce. And there's a great version of him singing it as an old man on Family Something on the Country. You can look it up live. Just look it up live. You'll find it on YouTube. The guy's phenomenal. How the hell did that shitty Willie and Waylon version get so big? Because that version stinks. And I love Willie. Like, you don't have to... Waylon, Waylon's... His whole 60s cat. Brown-eyed handsome man and fucking all Waylon stuff. Let's go to Looking Back, Texas. I love Waylon. Love Willie. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Hello, Walls. I love everything he does. But they put these two assholes together and do a B version of this song. And Ed Bruce is awesome. You got to listen to Ed Bruce. Guy was awesome. And the rest of his greatest hits is fantastic. There's another one, My First Taste of Texas is a great song. He's awesome. That's if you're into country. If you're not into country music, you're gonna hate it.
As awesome as Slim Whitman.
I love Indian Love Call. What is that song? Indian Love. Is that what it's called? Indian Love Call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that in the movie
Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
That's how they destroyed the aliens that blew up there.
That song I always thought was like a B cut to Cattle Call by Eddie Arnold. Ooh, 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 oh, I love Eddie Arnold.
All I know is when I first heard Slim Whitman was when they used to have one of those K-Tel album or those albums they used to advertise.
Oh, there's commercials where he'd be standing there singing snippets from all these songs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Slim
that's where I
Whitman.
learned about Zamfir too. The master of the pan flute.
When I'm called. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, Matt, with Eddie Arnold, but you remember as a young kid hearing songs, "Make the World Go Away."
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
What's he doing in my world? I love Eddie Arnold. He also wrote what I call one of the greatest songs of all time was written by Eddie Arnold.
It's good to see you.
You give your hand to me.
Oh, okay.
And then
You
you
don't
say
know me.
hello. And I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so. That's a great song. You don't know me.
Well, the Ray Charles cover.
Ray Charles did it, but my
definitive.
favorite version is Michael Grimm, the
Really?
kid that did like America's Got Talent. He had a great voice. I love Ry Cooder. Love him.
Cooter.
Yeah.
C-O-T-E-R.
Yeah, no, it's a D, but yeah, I love the Buena Vista Social Club record, all the Cuban stuff. That's one of my favorites. Ry Cooder.
Henson, yeah.
I met Ry a few times at West LA because he used to come in. When he was working over or hanging out over at the Village. First CD ever made. I don't know what the answer is to the first CD ever made. I could tell you the first CD I ever bought.
I could
You
too.
guys remember the first CD you ever bought?
Yep.
No.
Actually, I bought
Ready?
3 at one time. I bought Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here,
Mhm.
Extreme's first album, and Eagles' Greatest Hits.
I bought 3 at the same time, the first time too. And that's crazy. I just can't remember. And if you give me a second, I will remember my number 3. The first 2 that I remember buying which is all at the same time, was Donald Fagen, The Nightfly, Bob James and David Sanborn, Double Vision, and the third one I cannot remember, but I remember buying 3. I have to think about it. I have to think about what the first one I
Pink
had was.
Floyd. It was Yngwie.
No. No.
Here's the Ramones.
Billy Joel, 52nd Street. You know, that's an underrated Billy Joel album. I think side 2 gets underrated from that record a lot. And Rosalinda's Eyes is a great song. Stiletto's a great song.
I was
I
never.
can't
a
remember if
huge Billy Joel
Zanzibar was
fan.
on side 1, but Zanzibar is a fantastic song with Freddie Hubbard on trumpet. Crossover Country, Charlie Daniels. I've met
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Daniels. I love Charlie Daniels. That is Southern rock, let's call it, but with more country than, let's say, the other Southern rock. It's more, country. I really remember Johnny Lee. I used to love Johnny Lee. Looking for love in all the wrong places. And Cherokee Fiddle, that was a great song. You know what's? Oh, we got Provisions and Lots of Beer. The key word is survival on the new frontier. Well, I can't wait. Let's see. A lot of things coming up in the chat. Let me pull out. Tremonti does Creed, does Sinatra covers. I will say this. Somebody was talking to me about Sinatra the other day, and I made a recommendation. I said, if you don't have this album by Sinatra, we can't talk Sinatra. The album is A Swingin' Affair from 1957. If you guys give that a listen, you're going to be surprised how good Frank was in the height of his career. He was amazing.
Is that the one with Summer Wind on it?
No, Summer Wind's crap. That's like the Summer Wind. That's when he's a fucking dumb. No, 57 is like nice work if you can get. It's great.
Yeah,
not that
Sinatra
garbage.
was a dumb.
Well, it's just he's talking. In the 60s, on the Reprise records, he was like, the summer wind came Russia. It's like, come on. Put this guy in a sleeper already.
It was Joe
But
Piscopo's
this is
version
songs
of
like,
Sinatra.
we danced our little drama, we kissed in a field of white, and stars fell on Alabama. Beautiful songs. Everything was great. I think Billy Joel is one of the greatest. I love him. I'm a huge Billy Joel fan, especially Turnstiles, The Stranger, and 52nd Street are the
I'm
three
not. I'm
albums
sure
I
Song
say.
Rain's there. I never liked his voice. And
Love him.
Kind of aggravates me. But
Yeah. I love him. Iron Bodybuilding says, did you hear about Nuno and Richard Fortas about a comment that Nuno made about Slash? I have no idea what that is.
what, Nuno say Slash sucked?
Kiss an angel, good morning. And let her let you know that I don't know what the lyrics are. Freddie Fender was awesome. Wasted days and
My mother. all the time.
I'll be there when the next teardrop
Until my mother
falls.
saw what he looked like, she loved him. Same thing with
was-
Leo Sayer.
There's a friend of mine in LA and she's Mexican. And I said to her one time when she was talking to me about country music, I said, do you like Freddie Fender? And without blinking an eye, she looks at me, she goes, the fat Mexican? I was like, okay, we could go with that. She goes, are we talking about the same guy? Wasted Days and Wasted Nights, Last Teardrop Falls? I said, yeah. She goes, yeah, I like him. I go, you're just going to rip out of the fat Mexican? She goes, what is it? That's what he was. It's the fat Mexican.
He's just described Los Lobos too. Mexicans.
But Freddie Fender, man, that voice. Wasted days and wasted nights. Can you categorize Van Halen as metal? No, I don't think they're metal, but I think
Hard
the
rock.
metal crowd loves them. I mean, it's the hard rock metal. I mean, especially today, would you even call Black Sabbath metal compared to what's coming out today, where it sounds like a fucking fork in a disposal?
Or a reindeer in a
Right? Back in
small
the
reindeer.
80s, they were like, nothing was sampled. We used everything, including the kitchen sink. Today's metal's like, we're just using the incinerator. We throw a fork in it, turn it on, and fucking that's the record.
Yeah, and they use they just do that 7-second snippet and just repeat it all the time.
Yeah.
What's that thing called? That cakewalk? What's that thing? Pro Tools.
Yeah. I liked Cake, Wheat Project. I absolutely loved
Oh, yeah.
You Are Never There. I thought
Yep.
The Distance was a cool song. I thought that Frank
Please go
Sinatra's a
in the
cool song.
distance.
They had a great vibe. They were a cool band. Yeah, I dig them.
Yeah,
There
I
is such a thing as too much gain. Yeah, I mean, you want to watch. You know, really is the crippling gain is just watch any amp review. And I got to tell you, Andertons have done. I've watched a couple of pedal things with Danish Pete and the captain. They shouldn't let the captain touch a pedal. He doesn't know what a good sound is. He stops when it sounds terrible, and then he's trying to match to it. I'm like, and he's like, this one has more gain. I'm like, no, it's just brighter. Just turn the treble up. It's the same. And he doesn't. He starts messing with it, and then they're like several hours later. I'm like, can they get the guy away from the gear? You know what I mean? If you're not to sell gear,
Keep
let
the
the
owner
guy who
away
knows-
from the gear.
let the guy playing the guitar turn the knob, because he's the one that's going to feel, and he would have known it was just the treble. I felt bad for Pete. Is
I haven't
Hallow
watched
Eve?
that in years.
Yeah, they came up in my feed a couple of times, and like an asshole, I watched it.
Well, there was this little sweet spot where it was a really
know.
fun show to watch, where it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
It's not fun anymore.
What I'm enjoying is John Wolfe playing horror games.
Yeah, you had mentioned that.
There's something really likable about the guy, and I just find him very funny. So I find that amusing to me, and I'm trying to think what else I've been watching on YouTube. Not so much of anything. But I will say, for your homework, for everybody in the chat, you got to listen to Frank Sinatra's A Swingin' Affair. 1957. It's a fucking great record. And if you haven't listened to Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs, take Joe's advice and give it a listen.
Put it on.
I love Ted Nugent. I love Ted. In fact, I've been listening to a lot more Ted recently because I was driving and Stranglehold came on. And every note I knew. And it's like, I forgot how much I loved this song in high school. So then I started listening to Just What the Doctor Ordered, Hey Baby, all the stuff that Derek St. Holmes sings, I love. Andy Dion, welcome. Janice Lala, you have Bridge of Sighs. I want you to put it on. And your next performance, I want you to perform Foolin' Me. By the way, Van Halen used to cover Foolin' Me. Great record. Are you familiar with that album, Matt?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes. I need to
It's a great
revisit it though.
Yeah, it's a great record. It's really good how good James Dewars' voice is in that album. And just the vibe. And even though I think some of the playing I want to say is, I dare say, pedestrian, because he uses a lot of the same chords, like the C major 7 into the B augmented, because B augmented, because it's just moving each finger down one. It uses it in 2 songs. I love every song. Loving You. I love Minnie Riperton.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of Loving You, Wheat Project, I don't know if you know, at the end of
Maya.
that song, she starts singing Maya, 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 because Maya Rudolph was like 2 years old. It's her daughter. No, I teach everything, Cheech. I teach everything. Music, music theory, chords, songs. VH. I saw that. I got to tell you, Van Halen for me, when you watch the anything after 81, I find Lee Roth hard to watch. I think he's holding that band back. And I dare say it. But he's like a drunk mess. He's timing is terrible, but the band is playing killer. But when you watch Dave live and he comes out singing at the US Festival, when he comes out and sings Romeo Delight, I'm like, this sucks. And the band sounds killer.
You know something? I discovered a channel the other day called Low G Sounds. I think I mentioned to you, Dave. He did the brother solo, but then he tears it apart and he plays the chords and he shows how the notes fit the chords.
Right.
It's really good channel.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the best way anyone should ever learn any solo is to, especially if it's of a jazz influence, like Steely Dan songs, is learn the chords because basically they're dancing around the chord. I mean, there was a great short that came up today in my my Instagram. It was this girl with huge. Oh wait, no, that's not the one. It was Guthrie Govan, a Govan, however you say his name.
Yeah.
Guthrie was
Jesus.
basically
Govan.
saying, "What's that?"
It's Govan, like oven with a G.
Oh, okay. So Guthrie Govan, Guthrie. I'm going to start calling him Guthrie Microwave Govan. He came out and said he doesn't think of scales or worry about the scales. He just wants to know what the chord is, and then he can basically figure out what the blue notes are and everything else musically, what he wants to hear. But he says he doesn't think or ever practice scales. And only when he's selling dope, then he's using scales.
smoking it.
Right. But yeah. Oh, Great White Buffalo's great.
Oh, that's a great
From the
song.
Double Live Gonzo. That gets
Yeah,
me
that
so
song-
pumped in the gym. I love it.
I know that intro is just like, damn, you just
Yeah.
jamming.
He was great. And I'll tell you, and folks, if you want to argue with me all day about guitar tone and everything, there's a great video of Nugent all over YouTube playing Stranglehold, once with a PRS. I think there's one with a Strat-shaped guitar, one with his Birdland guitar. They all sound the fucking same. He sounds like Ted no matter what he plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, LG sounds. All right, lift the needle off the. Yeah. So, and what else? What else have I been? Anything else? I'll tell you another good band is April Wine is good.
Oh yeah. They're on
Every
my
song they
playlist.
do is just good. Just a good band. They never got any love. And I'll say this: is there a song more difficult on the guitar than fucking "On the Loose" by Saga? Oh, it's a fantastic song, but the key is like it's in a whacked out key, and the way he plays it, his fingering, it's like I watched him play it one time. I'm like, the fuck is this guy from? Some of these Canadian guys come up with these. It's just like it's not a position that you would, it's not a comfortable position where he does it.
I have that album, Worlds Apart, and those two songs, Wind Me Up and On the Loose, those are the only songs I like on it. The
Yeah.
rest of them I don't like.
They're the only two songs they want you to like. No, I have no idea. I can't remember the record.
They had a good album that was called Silent Night. That was before that. It was a Canadian release. But it
Oh, was that the one with the flyer?
I
love the flyer.
I don't think so. But I think it had a song called Don't Be Late on it.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Saga?
Saga, yeah.
Yeah, they were a great band. Those brothers,
Saga.
I forget the
I saw
Ian
them
something.
in
Oh,
Texas.
you did?
Yeah. I saw him at a small club called the Back Room, and the guitar player had a bust of Mr. Spock on his amp.
Now the drummer was it the drummer and the guitar player brothers, or the drummer
I think
or the
it was.
guitar?
I think it was the
Crichton.
guitar.
Crichton.
Ian
What's his
Crichton
name?
was
Ian
the
Crichton.
brother. Oh, was the guitar player.
And was one the bassist or the drummer?
I think it was.
No, bass player was a different guy. I forget his name now.
I actually thought it was the keyboard player.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe the
could be.
keyboard player. I forgot they had, and I thought the vocalist was the keyboard player. Didn't he go over and do the?
Yeah, vocalist played keyboard.
Well, he might have done some
He
additional
was a
stuff.
bass
but they,
player too.
but they had a regular
What the
keyboard.
hell's the singer's name?
The guy was that singer was fantastic too. That's an underrated band, guys. Saga was great.
Yeah.
Michael Sadler.
Yeah, Sadler.
Okay, let's see who the members were here. Okay, Ian Crichton. Let's see. Cast members: Jim Crichton played. Oh, what the fuck? Bassist and keyboards: Jim Crichton. Yeah. he was
Okay.
one of the original- And vocalist and keyboardist Michael Sadler, principals. So, yeah.
Right.
So when Jim left, Michael Sadler took over the bass and keyboards.
Speaking of the back rooms, you guys, because now Hannah Baum said Motorhead at the back room was the loudest show. Have you guys ever seen the video game, The Back Rooms?
I've seen the actual video that they made, like that film project. Are you talking about like the office, the musty office space?
Yes. Yeah, it's a video game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, before that, it was inspired. The video game was inspired by an actual, like, there's supposed to be a found footage type thing where they say that if you're not careful, you can slip into back rooms. They show someone a film project, and all of a sudden the guy ends up.
Yeah.
In,
Yeah, no, it's a really cool video game that, well, I mean, there's been probably a dozen of them now, different back rooms games. On YouTube, there's a video live. I think it's from the BBC, and it's like 45 minutes, but it's the Eagles. Just the 4 original members playing in 1974 or 73.
I've
But
got
those
that on
four
tape
pa-
somewhere.
Those 4-part harmonies those guys are doing is fucking stellar. Unbelievable, because Bernie Ledden was singing more back then, and they just sounded amazing. Randy Meisner hitting those.
I think
top
that was on the
notes.
BBC. It
That's
was
what
a
I said.
BBC thing. Yeah, you did say that. Oh, I missed it. I missed it.
Yeah, I
But
meant
that's
the BBC, the
Uh-oh.
British broadcasting, not what you find on Pornhub.
BBW.
No, BBC.
Jesus.
I
Christ.
still remember some of the stuff they were talking when they were talking about Witchy Woman on that. They were saying, "Oh yeah, there was sometime late last Halloween, sometime around August or something like that. August, Halloween."
Iron Bodybuilding says, have you guys seen John Five's white telly with the red pickups?
That thing's he's had that for like several years now. I saw him
White telly?
play that over 2 years ago. And now they're just putting it out as a, limited $5,000 fucking dollar, custom shop thing.
Yeah. I always get a kick out of the whole, like, this is a Fender, like the Fender Strats that are all signatures. What the there's really no difference in any of them. Like, what's the difference between a 56 custom shop and the Clapton?
I have no
It's
idea.
the same. It's the guitar. What's the difference between Jeff Beck's fucking Surf Green and a 62 or whatever they are? They're just like, oh, I like this guitar. If Fender came to me, Fender, pay attention. If Fender came to me and I'd be like, I want a wide nut, I want a big V-neck, I want stainless frets, I don't want something you could just buy in the store, because that's the whole. What's the point of doing a signature if you're not going to make it for me stage ready?
It's funny. I was just looking at Jeff Beck today. I happened to see one in my travels, and it's like fucking almost $5,000. And it's like, it's a fucking Stratocaster.
It's because
Yeah.
he died.
Right.
Yeah.
Once they
Oh,
died, the
there
price
was
goes
Jeff
up.
Beck on there.
But if you wanted to buy that Strat, you could go look. I think it's like around 1989. You could buy the roller nut and the and that bridge and get the same thing for $1,000 or less. Whoever's selling it used.
Yeah.
Well, same with that. I looked up.
Don't sound too excited about a grill.
They did a limited
Yeah,
edition
well,
Gary Moore pink Strat.
Greenie?
The Fiesta
Yeah,
red
the
that
salmon-
looks kind of salmon pink.
Right,
They did a
right. It
limited that,
faded.
and it's like $8,000 or something.
Right.
And it was just like a 62 or something, I think. And
Yeah,
it
it was a
just
stock Strat.
yeah, but he had big frets put on it. So okay, they put big frets on it, but it's still like a standard Strat. I mean,
Yeah,
Still not stainless.
things got switched out on it over the years, but they got to replicate the paint job and every nick and fucking booger that was ever put on the thing. So
It's insane. It really is, especially when you think like, he had big frets. You could go buy that guitar. You could get a custom shop version of that guitar. Like, let's say you bought a custom classic, and then you for let's say it's under $3,000 fret job 3,500, but the big jumbo stainless frets, and you're still less than what they're charging.
Hmm.
A Strat Plus. Yeah, I knew it was a deluxe to a point. I don't know what they called it. Was it the Strat Plus? Because later the deluxes had that same bridge, which is the push arm, not the spin in arm, but the push arm bridge, and it had the roller nut. Yeah. Interesting. Very in my 74 as a
Cheapness.
oh, I love it. I had a hot dog. Fucking great. Great. I was just talking about cheapness today to a guy in the gym.
On Spotify, I've been hearing Montana a lot lately.
Moving to Montana soon. Gonna
cool,
be yeah. So I just think like all these. So I don't know if you guys are watching. There's a channel on YouTube called Rami the Icon. Did I talk about this last week? The guy
Yeah,
with the
It
sneaker
sounds
shop.
familiar.
Yeah.
It's got a sneaker shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
They're
right.
buying, selling used Adidas and Nike sneakers, new and used, right? And when I looked it up, Skechers is the number one shoe in the country as far as sales. And I think, and I would have thought it was Nike, wouldn't you? Just assume that
Yeah.
Nike was the big dog on the hill.
Or Reebok or something.
But you think about how many Air Jordans sell, and the Kobe's and all those were all Nike. But the problem is, it's the PRS syndrome. People don't go out and wear them, or they'll wear them once, and then they turn around and hold on to them and sell them for more money than what they paid. And so the secondary market, I feel, is really hurting that Nike shoe. You know what I mean?
I usually buy the Asics. They're the.
I wear
Asics are
Skechers because
comfortable.
I like the wide. Actually, when I'm in the gym, I wear Saucony wides, and otherwise I'm wearing Skechers. And if I'm just hanging around, I just wear sliders anyway because I don't like wearing shoes. Chris Broderick's pick clip that you can put your pick in it. No, I don't need a pick clip. I hold the pick in my hand. All those guys, I never understood when they have like a million picks. I mean, how many picks are you going through at a gig?
If you're
Anybody?
Ingve, it's like 500 a gig.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's flicking them out like, yeah. But if he didn't do that, how many would he need? One?
Three. Well, they slip.
Wait, but if you slip, that's different. I'm talking about the wearing down of the pick. And
Oh, if you start fresh, yeah, you should only need one.
you need one pick.
I use the same pick forever, man. I don't like changing them like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, once
mean-
they're broken in, those green Tortex I use. I mean, when they're brand new, not broken in, they're awful. But once they're
This
broken-
was
I like
not a
the,
time for you to start plugging Tortex picks.
by the way,
Yeah,
the
plug the
link.
green
Go
Tortex.
to my site. The link is below. I'm an affiliate.
What is it? 88? Is it the 88? The
Yeah.
green Tortex? Yeah.
Yep. And they don't feel 88. They feel thicker.
I use the Jazz 3 extra large XLs.
Yeah. I use these Sharpies. What are they
Ultex.
called? Ultex 1.4s.
You know, it was funny. You used those. I went over my brother's house, and it just so happens he used the same exact pick
Yeah.
on his acoustic.
But he uses a thinner one, I think.
No, actually, I have it here somewhere. I dropped it on the floor the other day. I'll never find it.
Right. Ugh. I watched this one video the other day. It was a guy talking about Jerry Reed's technique. And it was just when the guy started doing it up to speed, it's like, God, Jerry Reed was so good.
And he looks so awkward doing it. It's funny. You see him. It looks like he's hunched over like this, and his fingers are just going like this.
Yeah, and he's having fun.
And
Though.
vice
He's
versa.
good. He's good. What else is happening in the news? Anything? Someone said there was something going on, a GOP debate. Is that tonight? I wouldn't know or care. My candidate's not in it.
Yeah. Last week
Not
we
in the
forgot to
debate.
mention forgot to mention that Robbie Robertson died.
Oh yeah, Robbie died. Yeah, that 1987 Robbie Robertson album's up there with my favorite albums of all time. That's in my top 100.
Is that Daniel Lanois?
Yeah, Lenoir
Produced
produced it. U2 is on it. Peter Gabriel's on it. Yeah, that's a great record. And then the second album he did, Storyville, featured the Blue Nile on a song.
Oh, geez, that's your wheelhouse.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm still shaking up that Matt Saw saga. It's a great band.
Yeah, that's back in the early '80s in Austin, man. I saw a lot of good people at that same venue. I saw Uli for the first time on the Beyond the Astral Skies tour.
Ooh, that's his best album. Let the sun shine through the mountains and the moon shine through. Oh, that's a pretty good impersonation of Bully. Fuck you all. That was good. Count down the ice belts and we'll in the garden of peace. I may be making fun, but I fucking love that record. Elisan was a great song. The Night the Master Comes, Icebreaker.
If you want to really crack up, watch the video for The Night the Master Comes.
Oh, it's horrible.
I did. You mentioned that a couple of weeks ago, and I watched it, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
The part where they their legs step in front of each other.
What was the other song on that? Oh, I'll Be There. Call my name, I'll be there. Oh, that solo and I'll Be There is legendary. Hannah Bomb just brought up Daniel Brisbois, who I believe is in the band.
The Young
the Young Radicals. Thank you.
Young Radicals, yeah. They had that one hit song.
Yeah, you get what you give.
Yeah.
You gotta get what you give. Don't say no. You gotta right. That was she's blonde though when she's in the band.
Yeah. You could tell she was a talent when she was a kid, when she was on Archie Bunker.
Mm-hmm. She's in that band?
Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, she was the little girl on Archie Bunker.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, she's the blonde girl in that band.
I've never seen the band. I just remember that one song.
Yeah, you remember that song? The bald dude singing it. I never
saw
song.
a video. Never saw a video for it. Just remember.
New Radicals. That's it. Not the Young Radicals.
Right, the New Radicals. Yeah. What
One
about
the Free Radicals?
Were you guys a fan? Were you guys a fan of the Cure?
Not really.
Some songs I liked, but I wasn't like a fan of the whole deal.
I loved the band. The one song I didn't like out of their whole catalog was Friday I'm in Love. And some guy did a video the other day about it saying how Friday I'm in love. Oh, I know what it was. And this is what I wanted to talk about because it's the biggest asshole thing I've ever heard. Are you guys familiar with the expression, the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Yep. Where you remember something that didn't.
How many here believe in the Mandela effect?
I do.
I do.
You believe in the Mandela effect?
Yeah, people remember things that didn't happen, but they could swear it did.
Right. That's called stupidity and half paying attention to things in the world as we live in. So shows these things.
It has to do with loose association. It's like an association of things where things are so close that you want to remember something subconsciously.
Right, but it's wrong.
It's wrong, yeah, but
right. So let me explain.
Tricks.
Let me explain what my point is. Somebody says to me, "What's the lyric to a song?" And I say, "Yeah, I think it's this." And then they say, "No, it's that." I'm like, "Really? God, I always thought it was this." I don't think that now the world has been changed and there's a glitch in the matrix and now it's been changed. That's the Mandela effect. I'm saying I probably got it wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, Yeah,
You don't
it's
understand what I'm
about
saying?
getting it wrong.
So they did. Let me ask you this. Here was one of the Mandela effect ones on this guy's video because all he does is the man. You can't prove it, Jukebox. Because if you can't prove it, oh, should we bet?
Well, the thing is, Mandela effect isn't just one person. It's usually groups of people that believe this.
No, I understand that, but let me ask you this question. What is the name of the song by the Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams, and continue the title?
I'm made of this.
Okay. Anybody else?
It's are made of these.
It's made of this.
This.
And everyone thinks it's made of these.
It's
And so they
because
were
the way she
pulling this
pronounces
off
it.
as this is a Mandela effect. And it's like, what's the Mandela effect about it? You're wrong. I've always known when I was a kid that that's what it was when it came
That's
out.
because we actually read the title. But the thing is, if you listen to a song, the way she says
that's
this
not what the
sounds like these.
Mandela effect is. The Mandela
Well, that's why
effect
they
is when
remember
people
this.
believe that like there is some manipulation of the time-space continuum.
Oh well, that's taking it to the next level. The Mandela effect in itself doesn't have to do with this time-space continuum. It just describes when everyone like just remembers things a certain way. That whole space-time continuum thing's an additional thing they've added on to it.
I don't think so.
I've never heard the.
I'm looking it
space-time
up right
continuum.
now.
False memory.
Yeah, see, even Jukebox is saying false memory is different. The Mandela effect goes to people who think that there is something behind it, something more nefarious, if I should say.
Literally, if you look up the Mandela effect, false memory.
Oh, I know. It
comes
just
up,
it basically
what
just
it
says
is.
about Mandela.
Yeah. Well, what it is that it's like.
And
It's like
how many
quantum
people thought he
physics.
died in jail, or remember him
Yeah,
dying
well,
in jail?
I never did.
Right.
It's like I remember when he was released. But see, what it is, it's almost like an ontology in quantum physics. There's this one thing that happens, and everyone's got a theory on why it happens. It's the same thing with Mandela effect. Oh, this is happening. Then everyone has a bunch of theories to try to back it up. Like you had the quantum. Whatever.
Well, you bringing up
time-space
quantum. I don't know.
fucking- whatever you brought up with the time-space continuum type thing, that's one theory that they have to explain the
Oh,
Mandela
sure,
effect. It's
sure,
not part
right.
of
But the point of the matter is, when you say the Mandela effect, to me, it implies a nefarious something being changed. They believe something's being
that's
changed.
a theory. That's a theory as to why
Right,
the Mandela
which is a-
effect is there.
Right, but the Mandela effect is like it's people. First of all, half pay attention. You know, when you were kids, did you guys have the police come down to your classroom and do like these things where somebody comes in and fakes like an event, and then they ask everybody what the person looked like, to show.
I remember they did that video in one class where they showed a video and then had everybody write down what happened.
Yes,
and then
yes,
saw
yeah.
how-
We actually did it live, but it's the same thing.
Eyewitness testimony is the most unreliable testimony.
Right, but everyone remembered the incident differently. And
Yep.
and some people remembered it wrong collectively. Like collective group of people saw and thought they saw the same thing. And what they actually did was they went back in time. No, I'm kidding. I was
go
waiting for you
back
to be
in
like, what the
time.
fuck? I gotta get back in
Doc!
time.
Doc, we gotta go back.
Yeah. So, anyways, oh, I didn't see you, Rick Grimes. I didn't see it. It's sometimes hard because sometimes when I'm going on a rant, Rick, I don't see the chat, and then sometimes I'm looking over. Today, I've been looking over at the chat, but last week I don't think I was. I was more in my own thoughts. In fact, I watched some of the video back last week, and I was like, I saw people commenting, and I was like, oh, I didn't even see that, and it wasn't even yours, so I still haven't seen yours. But anyway, so yeah, there's a whole channel devoted to the Mandela effect, and his videos are so dumb. They're just terrible. Like one of the things was he remembers some soft drink to be whatever, like a different color. And I'm just like, honestly, who gives a fuck?
I remember when Fanta Orange was green.
Yeah, it's just, it's frightening. It's frightening. Matt, you're still doing the carnivore diet?
Yeah, pretty much. There have been some, things that I've slipped outside of it for here and there.
That cherry pie at Thanksgiving.
Well, there's a cherry cobbler last Sunday. I just could not pass up.
Well, cherries would still be other than the sugar in it, but
anti-inflammatory.
I started adding mascarpone cheese to the cheesecake recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna.
It's a little creamier,
Is it
a little
really?
more decadent.
Ooh,
I love mascarpone.
Yeah,
I am not familiar with this certain.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
mascarpone cheese is the cheese they mix with ricotta
Cannolis.
to make cannolis,
Okay, and
and it's also the cheese in tiramisu.
do you put this with the same proportions of the other
Yes.
ingredients?
Yeah,
So
I
you're
just added about 6 more ounces of mascarpone with it.
Oh, okay. All right. I haven't made that for a while. I'll have to try.
As opposed to the Al Capone cheese.
Yeah.
Dad joke.
Oh yeah, the Challenger was like January of '86. Hannah Baum. I was a senior
Yep.
in high school.
It was January. Remember the day. They had us in the library. We watched on TV once blow up right before our eyes.
Engelbert Humperdinck, aka Arnold Dorsey,
My mother's
aka
fucking
Jerry
favorite.
Dorsey.
My mother's absolute favorite.
So I sing you to sleep.
She saw him live
after-
many times and caught one of his sweaty handkerchiefs with his perfume.
Wow.
He's in heaven.
What? Yeah, he is. Mike is still claiming. I don't think he claims to be natural. I think he skirts the issue, but I don't think he claims to be anything else, which is hilarious. Matt,
Yes, sir.
what is your guilty pleasure? Apparently, Engelbert Humperdinck's is MCM Jim. What's an artist that if you told people you liked, people would laugh? I mean, it's half my catalog. Anything I listen to, I mean,
Let me
and I'm not
see.
guilty about it. I take it with pride.
Ooh. I have to think on that for a minute, Dave.
All right, we can go to we'll go to Krell Bar first.
Yeah. Well, and not a particular artist, but I think the Schoolhouse Rock catalog I have on my playlist.
Yeah, but
Conjunction
that's,
Junction.
what's a guilty
Verb,
pleasure?
That's What's
Those are
Happening.
like the hip things for our generation. A guilty pleasure would be someone where we could make fun of you.
Okay. Geez, I thought. Come on, Diz. Let's see. I'm going through my playlist.
Rich
back to
in the chat says his is ABBA, who I love, and again, I can't call it a guilty pleasure because I fucking love them. I don't care. They're good. Joe, who's yours?
Oh, there's probably plenty of hair metal bands that you would think are shit that I love. I love Warrant. You know I love White Lion.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like some.
Wasp.
I guess mine's probably Loudness.
Loudness?
Loudness.
Why is that?
Rock and roll crazy.
Because
night.
people always.
Loudness was fucking awesome. We adopted them in the 80s because of that Walk and Roll Crazy Night.
I've seen them a couple of times, and
And that guitar player is fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Akira
Akira
Takahashi.
Takahashi.
But people still make fun of the singer and shit, so it's like you
Well,
can't put it on with anybody.
Sabotage.
It's not going why he's singing like this.
I like Sabotage, but I don't think people make fun of me for liking Sabotage.
Sabotage. Is that the one that became the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible. That you should feel guilty. They're terrible.
Okay. Yeah, I'll list that. In the hall
All right.
of the Mountain King.
Horrible. All right, so let's see. ABBA. Ben Deo comes out with Backstreet Boys. Now there's something that's a guilty pleasure for you because I can't imagine somebody saying Because is a great song. Come on. Dave Clark is awesome. Awesome.
How about Gorillas? I like Gorillas.
Gorillas
Oh,
Inc.
right.
Yeah, Feel Good Incorporated and Clint Eastwood. I like them.
I would say for me, my guilty pleasure. Like Jerry and the Pacemakers are awesome. I don't know why would that be a guilty pleasure?
Does it have to be a band to be music related?
A guilty pleasure would be a band that you're embarrassed that you like because they're
I'm not
so
embarrassed about anything.
like to
I'm
me,
fucking
the
stuff.
B-52s would be a guilty pleasure.
Why?
Because
They're awesome.
I mean, it's every song is home. A level 42 is awesome. What are we talking about here? Mark King on bass is a monster. I love that band.
Not as an artist, but as a single song, I don't like Cher's output, but I have Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves on my
Cher
playlist.
completely sucks, and that should be
Yeah.
a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Why isn't
Yeah.
everyone you're not
Gypsies, Tramps,
embarrassed to
and
say
Thieves.
you should be? First of all, if you guys have YouTube and you can go watch Cher singing with the Osmonds, that's gold. All right.
You've linked me to that.
Modern, mid-century modern. It's not a pronoun or anything like that. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, I just said MCM Jim because that's all I see. I love George Michael. I think Listen Without Prejudice is a fantastic record. I think Older is even better. The guy's phenomenal. Not guilty
Oh,
about
Jackie
it.
Blue's great.
Love
Ozark
Jackie
Mountain
Blue.
Daredevils.
Fantastic song. And Casey and the Sunshine Band. I love that fucking band. And I love Betty Wright, who came before him. And I love George McRae and Gwen McRae, who used to do Casey's tunes.
How about Paper Lace? Night Chicago Died.
Night Chicago, it's a decent song. I love Gordon Lightfoot. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald's a little long and boring.
Rectum.
Oh, geez.
And I'm falling asleep to the tail of Harry Casey. Yeah.
How the fuck
What
did you
is,
remember all the lyrics to this song?
Yeah, George
Jesus
Michael
Christ.
was awesome. The Motels. Let me tell you my favorite thing about the Motels. So the Motels go on that show, The Professor of Rock. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I saw that one.
The Professor of Rock is the James Lipton of music. He gets a person there, and it's just a cock-sucking fest. And he's like, oh my God, these lyrics, they made me think of... And he goes over all the stuff about the lyrics. And he's like, were you thinking about that? And Martha Davis, is that her name?
Yep.
She looks at him and she goes, no,
Nope.
it's just a song. He looked like such a fucking tool bag.
But I love it. He's got the droopy eyes and he's like, talks like that. It's like,
Oh, and he's
Yeah,
like,
well,
oh, this
back
meant
in the
this.
thing,
She's like,
yeah,
no,
it's
it's
this
just a
one."
song. You're just a fucking jack off. Now go home and get your shine box. It was pathetic. All right, so I'm not sure I've seen anything in the Rick Astley. Now there's a guilty pleasure. That I could see. Berlin I loved. I think
Oh, yeah.
Sex is a
Same
great
here.
song. I think
Just listened
Riding
to
on
that
the
today.
Metro was awesome. Take My Breath Away was great. Barry Bowman's going to sing Yngwie and Glenn Hughes.
ooh.
So I don't know what I'm trying to think of what a guilty pleasure would be for me. Something I'd be embarrassed. I mean, because
Yngwie?
I love remember Gallery?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to be. I love it. But again, I'm not apologetic about it. I fucking love it. I'm trying to think of what I like that
The Bee
I would be embarrassed that I should not like.
The Bee Gees?
I love them. Fantastic. I was not to be embarrassed about. Those guys are fantastic. Fantastic.
How about
Recordings are
Malcolm
great.
McNeil? Malcolm
Who?
McNeil. Malcolm McNeil. How
Who the
Do
hell's
You
that?
Do? If you hear the song, you know it.
Oh, I know How Do You Do. It's terrible, and I hate it. And therefore, it can't be a guilty pleasure because I take no pleasure. I love Air Supply. Love it. I'm lying alone with my head on the phone. Oh, what a fucking song. I love Frankie Goes to Hollywood. In
I
fact,
tell you,
think
Frankie does
Two
a good.
Tribes is a great song by them.
Yeah, they do a good.
I love
cover
the
of Born to
Monkees. Hey,
Run,
Pam.
too.
I love the Monkees. No More Shines, Annabomb.
Oh, that's
Um,
not a guilty pleasure. Monkeys. Are cool.
Blancmange. What is that? Chris
Blancmange?
Isaac, I love. Somebody's crying. I play Wicked Game all the time with Jim. I love the song. It's a beautiful song. It's great. There's no, I mean, are you telling me Wicked Game's not a good song and I should be embarrassed? It's a fucking great song. Game of Love is terrible. And if you like it, you should be embarrassed. That's horrible. Any of those
How dare you
Santana
mention
songs
Santana?
when these Winger. I don't care for Winger, but I don't think they're bad. It's just not my thing. Not my thing. I'm trying to think what would embarrass me. Like if you went through my record collection, Anal Cunt maybe.
You got
No, but I
nothing,
hate
by,
them.
nothing by William Shatner.
You got
Leonard
those Ethel
Nimoy.
Merman records.
Well, Ethel Merman disco record I have, but yeah, where she does all the disco, and that's gold. That's gold. I don't know if there is music that would make me. Oh, do you guys remember the band? The song was called "I Get Scared Inside When You Pass By." What was that band called? They were all dressed like sailor boys. It's very gay, and I love it. ABC is awesome. The Lexicon of Love, fantastic. I love Skeeter Davis. Great country. How to Be a Zillionaire is another great album. What was that guy? What was that name of that band? Romeo? Not Romeo Void, but I love... No, not Romeo Void. I love Romeo Void. It was something Romeo.
The Light.
Foreigner, I Want to Know What Love Is.
Are you
God.
talking about that pop metal band?
Pam, the only song I know that goes like that is I Want to Know What Love Is, and I want you to blow me. Isn't that the lyrics?
Oh my God.
Village People.
That song is so cheesy.
My
you could
father
cut it with a knife.
loved the Village
Hey.
People.
First of all, I like the Village People, but I don't love them, so it's not a guilty pleasure. Let It Whip by the Daz Band's a fantastic
Yeah.
song.
Drop the
Let it
bomb
whip,
on me.
baby. Night. Oh, let it whip, baby. Oh, Let It Whip's the Daz
No, the
Band.
Gap Band.
Bomb is Gap Band, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good You dropped the bomb.
Who was the
on
band
me.
dressed as Sailor Boys with the name Romeo in the title? Can somebody fucking do some diligence? I think the song is called I Stand By. Or when...
Red Light Romeos?
Disco Duck was... What is it?
Red Light Romeos?
No. Don't use the word... ABC is fantastic, RL. RL, who did this song? I Get Scared Inside When You Pass By. But it was very, very... No, Rick Dees is Disco Duck. The Daz Band also did Duzik, which was a great song. But
Roman
what the hell's the
Holiday?
name? Roman Holiday. Boom.
Uh,
Yes.
It's called Standby.
Fucking great.
I'll post the link.
That would be my guilty pleasure.
Oh yeah, it looks gay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Terrible.
Okay, fellas.
I actually love it. I think it's a great song, but it's a guilty pleasure. No one's going to know who the fuck Roman Holiday is. And the only person who would know it in the chat would be RL because it's a fucking bathhouse up the street on Venice Boulevard from him.
Do
I
a
like
little
cake.
Roman at the Roman holiday.
I like Cake a lot. I think Cake was a good band. I liked
Yeah, I like him.
You're Never There on the Phone Again, Long Distance. Great record.
What was that song? Jacket. What's the name of the song from Cake? It's something Jacket.
The ones I know are You're Never There, The Distance, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Janice, you wouldn't. You would have to spend
skirt,
some time
long
in a
jacket.
bathhouse to hear that. What's that?
Short skirt, long jacket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cake's a great band. Yeah, Joe's tired. He's taking it in. He's looking up some lists.
I am. I just started looking for a list.
Yeah. You know what's a great song?
List of
Speaking
guilty
of,
pleasures.
when I saw Cold Roses say "My Man Joe," I was thinking of the singer Joe. Do you guys know the song "I Want to Know" by Joe?
I don't know.
Rel, you got to look that one up. That's another one as good as Bilal. "I Want to Know" by Joe. No, BT Express did. Andrew Collins. Duzik was dance music from. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Brick.
I got a list.
It's Brick,
I got a list. Dun, 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 dun.
not
Ben
BT
Folds?
Express. It's Brick.
Ben
The
Folds?
same band that did the song Daz Band. Daz Band, Disco Jazz. Daz Band, Disco Jazz.
The Fat Boys.
Not BT Express. BT Express did. Are they the ones that did Express Yourself? Express Yourself. No, that's
I'm gonna
Charlie
grab
Watt.
my
No,
phone.
No,
I
that's
gotta look at my
NWA. That's NWA.
No, well, that's them copping that song. It's Charlie Watt and the 110th Street or whatever.
Oh, you mean the original where they sampled it from?
Ah, nice Cheech. Gotta love the steak. Express Yourself. Yeah, that was Daz Band. I mean Brick. Brick did Daz and Duzik.
Okay, let's look at my playlist here.
I love Haircut 100. Love Plus One is a great song. What's the other one? There's something. That girl meets my.
Tell me if you like this list, then I'll put Michael to bed and I'll be back. We could do the list. I found 100 best guitar songs.
This ought to be good.
All right.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right. Let me go put Michael to bed. I'll be back in a few.
All right. No, it's called like something shirts, RL, like famous shirts or something shirts. When he goes, boy meets girl. Somebody tell me what that Haircut 100 song is called. I'm thinking it's called like famous shirts. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe it's the Mandela effect. They changed the name of the song. Thank you. Oh, favorite shirts. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, Janice. Yes, and Greg.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm looking at my playlist. I've got
Yes, the
Brian
British
Adams.
spelling, RL.
I got Brian
What is
Adams
it?
straight from the heart.
What is
Is that a
that?
guilty pleasure? Brian
If
Adams.
you like that song, it's terrible.
No, I thought that there's a meaning.
It's a
behind
guilty.
it.
If you like it, it's a guilty pleasure because that's terrible. Coming straight from the heart. It's like so cheesy to give it to me straight. Now, don't get me wrong. I love some Brian Adams. I think Run to You is a great fucking song.
Mm.
And what's the song where he's singing with a pedophile song? I'm finding it hard to believe you're 11.
Let's see.
And baby, you're all that I want. But what's the first song he had? Baby, I just can't stand another lonely nights. Great song. Run.
I've got
Comes
Life
Like
Takes
a
a
Knife.
Life.
What?
John Butcher Axis, Life Takes a Life.
That's a great song. No guilty pleasure
I love
here.
that
I
song.
also think Goodbye Saving Grace is a great song. And I think
Holy War.
If Wishes Were Horses. was
Wishes,
great.
yep. That's
Great.
the
Yeah, Matt's wearing the Darkness shirt, Janice. Matt, I've known from in Los Angeles for about. When did I meet you, Matt? Like 2001, you moved
I started
there?
working at Gold's in '99.
So not since '99, I've known you because I was training at Gold's then.
Yeah.
Wow, 24 years.
Yeah, January of '99 is February is when I started there.
Nice. Janice says you're
how
amusing.
about Ace? How long? I love that. Song.
Guilty Pleasure?
Yeah,
It's a fucking great song. Who's guilty
Well, I
about
always
it?
thought it was a great song.
No, but the
Yeah,
point
but
is,
other
a
people
guilty
might not.
pleasure is a song that you know sucks, but you like it anyway.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? That's a guilty pleasure. It's like you're guilty for liking something people are going to throw rocks at you.
Doesn't make it a bad song though.
No, that's a good song. I'm saying like
No, I mean like you could have a guilty
Macarena
pleasure. That's a
sucks.
great.
Will you
song.
agree Macarena sucks?
Oh yeah.
And if some reason that brings you some memory of something and you love it, that's a guilty pleasure. You feel guilty because you like it and you know how terrible it is. You know what I mean? That's like what a guilty pleasure. Like, I shouldn't like this, but I do. Like, like.
I can do that better with movies, I think. There's
Yeah.
certain
I mean,
cheesy movies that,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I know it sucks, but I like it because it's fun.
right. Right. Like for me, people think like Devo is like this terrible band. And for me, I love it. But I'm not guilty about it because I think they're great. But if somebody else would say, well, that would be your guilty pleasure, I'm like, nah, I like them. I don't care if you like them. I'm
Well,
not
then
guilty about it. I think they're fucking awesome.
Then you actually have no guilty pleasures because nothing.
I don't because I have zero guilt for the bad music I like.
No regrets, no guilt.
It's true.
Oh,
If I could sit there and tell you, like, I remember I had Paula Abdul's Forever Your Girl when it came out on CD, and I thought the record was great.
Oh my god!
And folks, this is where I'm going to come out and tell you I'm gay.
Oh boy!
Sail on,
Seriously,
sail
I thought it was a good record. I also think Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation record, I thought was a fantastic album. I think some of the mellower songs towards the end, Someday Is Tonight, the chords and stuff that those Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis came up with for those tunes, I think are great. They're beautiful songs.
Andrew, I just heard that song today. New Shoes, I Can't Wait.
I
I
can't
never
wait.
liked that
that's
song.
oh
but,
cheesy but beautiful.
But yeah, that was a big
Jeez.
song when I graduated.
Yeah, 80s.
Yep.
Candlebox. I don't know if I don't like Lita Ford, no. Kiss Me Deadly. I went to a party on a Saturday night. Well, it sounds like something else. What is that song that it sounds like?
Oh God.
Janet Jackson, When I Think of You, was on the Control album, which I also thought was a great album. Yeah. Oh, really? I like Nugent. I like Nugent a lot. Lita Ford, like I said, went to a party on a Saturday night. That melody always reminded me of so much. Like there's something in my mind that I know that song from somewhere. Candlebox, were they the ones that did "Don't Worry About Take a Mind"?
No, that's Collective Soul.
What was Candlebox?
Candlebox was For You.
The change is gonna come.
What was that big song?
Yeah.
For You, Far Behind was that big one.
Who did the song December? Was that Collective Soul?
That was Collective Soul.
The same fucking band. Oh, Andrew, they are fantastic. I used to love the band Force MDs that they produced in the 80s. You guys remember the song Tender Love, Love So Tender? Oh, it's great. I'll take Steven Tyler over Bonnie Tyler. Although I don't mind Bonnie Tyler. It's a heartache. Crash Test Dummies. What was the super? Was that the one that goes? Yeah, I never cared for that.
Yeah.
Far Behind. Okay, that's Candlebox.
Yeah, that's Candlebox. Yeah, and You.
Who does You?
That's Candlebox.
What was the song I said? What was the Collective Soul
you said
song
December,
I said?
and also you said "Don't Worry About."
Oh yeah, that's not the same band as You.
No, that's Collective
Fuck,
Soul.
they could be the same band. The same fucking terrible singer.
Oh yeah, well, Candlebox definitely was a terrible singer. You see him live, the guy couldn't sing in tune.
The guy who sings You can't sing in tune.
Yeah, that's guy from
Okay,
Vandalbots.
that I know for sure. The other one. Oh my God! It's like find the note, buddy. We'll wait.
It's even worse live. He couldn't even do it in tune in the studio.
Yeah, no, I know. It's and folks, do metal guys listen to skater punk? Does anybody listen to skater punk?
Avril Lavigne. That's
One
it.
of the things this guy mentioned on the Mandela Effect was that he could have sworn Avril Lavigne did a Got Milk commercial ad.
She
did.
didn't.
I'm like,
She did. She did a paper. She did a paper ad, not like a TV.
no,
ad,
it came
though.
out. No, didn't do it.
Krell's on a mission to find the proof. I'll get you, man.
Well, maybe she did a porn where she had a little milk on her upper lip, and people got.
All right, you had to go blue, huh? Didn't I tell you guys if you can't do? Okay. All right, accept. That's a great spelling of accept. I like the song "Balls to the Wall."
Balls to the wall. Except.
I mean, to me, it's a little cheesy, and it's like part of like there was something in the '80s.
Fly high,
I don't know.
Michelle. Enough is enough.
Fly High Duluth. All right, so let's go to this list and see what Joseph has for us. And guys, look up the song "I Want to Know" by Joe.
Can't see the monitor. And the monitor just got unplugged.
Rail had on his playlist last week. Now, let me just say this. Anybody who would ever get into a car with my brother Richard would find themselves saying every song on his mix list would be a guilty pleasure. It was a lot of George Michael. Again, I love George Michael. I don't feel guilty about it. I just thought that was a lot of George Michael. But he had a mix going, and one day a Bilal song came on. Are you guys familiar with Bilal?
The Demon. Sure.
So the song is called Soul Sister, and it's a great song by Bilal. And so I recommended he check out Lifetime by Maxwell, Genuine's Differences, which is another great song, and Joe, I Want to Know, is another great song of that genre. And this genre would be if you were in the movie The Bronx Tale.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the girlfriend's name? Anybody?
Geez. The black girl.
I have no fucking idea. I just lost the fucking
Space
monitor.
Lord, mother. All right, what's the girl's name in A Bronx Tale?
Unbelievable.
Pearl Hicks was her real name. Jane.
Jane in A Bronx Tale. If you're going to take Jane out on a date from A Bronx Tale, I suggest you have I Want to Know by Joe on the set list in your car. Differences by Genuine, Soul Sister by Bilal, and Lifetime by Maxwell. Or anything off the first Maxwell album called Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite. All right. Moving on, Joseph. You were saying?
Well, the list is on a monitor that died, and I can't get the fucking screen back.
Oh, the monitor died? The
plug's out
night
in
the
the back.
monitor died.
I've checked them both. Let me see if I can pull it back up on this monitor.
Over the Edge. Was Over the Edge the arm wrestling movie?
No,
Over the
over the
no.
top. Over the top.
Over the Edge.
Oh, do you
was
remember Over the Top? Do you remember Paul Sullivan from Golds? Matt?
No.
Come on, baby. You know he lived in the van in the back?
I probably do, but I didn't pay enough attention.
Because Paul was huge in that movie. He was in that movie.
Oh, okay.
No, it's no green screen. He's sitting in front of he's actually fixing his thing now.
Over the Edge was a good movie, though. That was
What is Over the Edge?
That's Matt Dillon's first movie about the kids in California who kind of
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
trap
Oh,
their
wow, that's cool.
parents inside the high school and
Yeah.
like
What's his name? Vincent Spagno's in there too. Matt Dillon.
but yeah, it had a lot of it had a good soundtrack, had like several Cheap Trick songs and you know.
Which version, Rick Grimes? The Stories version or Hot Chocolate?
Well, Stories was the big hit.
I know, but not a lot of people know that Hot Chocolate did it first.
Ooh, that's on my playlist. Louie, brother Louie.
Louie. There's a great movie with Matt Dillon where he plays a guy named Pat Healy.
Oh, Something About Mary.
Yeah, Mary, good. I
Well, with
found
the
something
teeth.
out about Pat Healy. Oh, Tucker.
He's a retard.
Oh, my favorite. You know what I love? My favorites when Ted is saying something and he goes, and he says something to Ted. He goes, "You were following us? I was following her. I always do." Motorose Music getting into it with Stories. Yeah, Louie's a great Louie. It's almost the same song. I don't want to say it, but that and Jackie Blue are the same fucking song. Yeah, I knew Lee. I'm still friends with Lee on Facebook. I knew Lee well. Live.
Liberace?
Okay, goodbye, Ted. No, I know. He said, Norm says, what did Norm say it to Ted? No, Ted says to Norm, "You were following us?" And Norm says, "I was following her. I always do." It was Ted, right? I know Norm Lee Evans was the guy that said it. Did I say it wrong? Maybe
Wasn't
I said
it-
wrong.
What did Whoopi say?
Woogie.
Chris Woogie. That's it. Chris
Yeah.
Elliott.
Chris Elliott right now, folks, I don't know if you realize this, just put cornrows in his hair and went in blackface. He's now Woogie Goldberg. Oh, okay. No, it wasn't Ted. No, Ted, I think I messed it up. Nobody loves Tucker from Something About Mary like RL loves Tucker. He fucking loves Tucker. Name's Norm. All right, Joe, what do you got?
All right, we're starting with 100.
And you're out of sync,
Yep.
Who is?
Joe.
Joe.
What?
Oh, he
You're
is.
out of sync.
That's all right. He's out of sync
Yeah.
and everything. He's not a robot. He's the one to be behind. I understand, Tucker. I'm a pizza delivery. When I made the mop. Who goes to Costa Rica twice a year? She's out of orbit. She's a half step behind. She's out of sync. I think he's rebooting because now he's disappeared, but he'll be
Yeah,
back.
okay. In the meantime,
be
I
back.
could tell him about my new purchase.
Oh yeah, you got an XXL.
Yeah, and those settings right there, that's where I'm living at right
That's
now.
the sweet spot. It's a good
It's
sounding
like-
pedal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It came in. The battery function doesn't work, but that's not
Yeah.
a big deal for me. And my sire, Larry Carlton, came in last week, and it came in with a left-handed whammy bar and a twisted neck. So that went back to Sweetwater. It was a little runaround, but it's like now I'm going to get one tomorrow. The guy says, look, he says, sorry about that. I got this guy that sets up my guitar and stuff. He says, because I was busting his balls, I'm going, how'd the left-handed trem bar and the twisted neck get by the 55-point inspection?
That's what I'd like to know because
Yeah.
Well, I went back to Indiana last month, and I actually visited Sweetwater. Went to the actual.
Up in Fort
Disco
Wayne.
store. Yeah, Jesus, that place is humongous, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the biggest music store on the continent. They have a like emergency medical place on the second floor. They've got like a gym. They
Just
got
in
like,
case someone looks at a guitar and go,
I mean-
oh my God, oh my
Looked at
God.
Crowbar's guitar and they said, "Sire, you look like the piss
I
boy."
mean, every instrument has its own.
That
room.
neck was like the piss boy.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they sent that out like that too. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like a big
It's-
cafeteria there. I mean, it's a big operation over there. Those guys were way ahead of the curve.
yeah, it's huge.
They
And when
sold,
I-
didn't they? Aren't they bought out by somebody? Like the original owner sold it?
I don't know, but
Sold it
the
to
building
Guitar
I was
Center.
in said that the building I was in, I asked them and they said it was that one had been open the way it is now for like 2 years. It used to just be their warehouse, and now they
Yeah.
got a bigger warehouse, and the warehouse is now the store. But if you went in and you said, "Oh, I'm checking out this guitar," I wanted to check out those Strandberg guitars, so I went in there. And they had like 3 or 4 of them on the wall, but they said any others that you want to look at, let us know, and we'll go back and have somebody go back in the warehouse and pull it for you. So pretty much, they're like, we've got like 55,000 guitars on
Right.
on site. So
Yeah,
anything
it's pretty
that
crazy.
anything you didn't see, you go, I want to see this in black. They send some guy back to the warehouse to pull it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this guitar, it's the first guitar I've bought in 5 years. I've been selling. For some reason, I wanted to try this one out.
Yeah, the Sires look good. I think if you're looking for like a cheap Strat, and when I say cheap, I mean inexpensive but higher quality, I think the Sire's the way to go. And vintage reissue is a great guitar for the
I mean,
price.
other than that, the guitar was spectacular. I mean, it's like, but yeah, shame the neck was twisted.
Yeah.
I mean, that roasted maple neck is beautiful looking. I'm not a fan of the gloss on fretboard though, but
As long
Is
as
what
the
it is.
back isn't, what do you care?
yeah,
Yeah,
because I'd be sanding that down if it was. Nothing I hate more than a glossy neck and my finger gets stuck on it.
I don't know where Joe is now. Rebooting.
Well, they only have 19 minutes, Joe. So
Yeah.
you better
Chic rebooty.
get your shit together. Ooh, who's playing a
What
keyboard?
was that?
That's a guitar.
Oh,
It's this.
I've only been buying acoustics, says Hugh. My water's in the way.
Funny story with this. I got this like in '95 from a guitar teacher, and then had it for like 10 years, and I gave it to my niece, and I just got it back this year, and the nut was all
To
out of
be
whack.
unsung
It's,
would be. I love Helmet. I love that song, Unsung.
Ooh,
And I think
Helmet's,
they were using dual rectifiers too.
Helmet's playing locally, by the way.
All right, Joe, let's see what's happening.
Looks like it's fake. I rebooted.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
All
you're
right.
good.
Coming in at
Very
number
good.
100. These are 100 best guitar songs.
All right.
100. You really got me. The Kinks. 99. Beatles. Yesterday. 98. The Who. Won't Get Fooled Again. 97. Led Zeppelin. Whole Lot of Love. Who's got
That's
that?
Crowbar.
Oh, then we got 96. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. The Beatles. Coming in at number 95. Welcome to the Jungle. Guns N' Roses. Above all those other ones, and I like that album. Okay, then coming in at number 94, Waterloo Sunset, The Kinks.
Great song. Much better than You Really Got Me. I'm glad they put it. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
93.
Right.
Voodoo Child, Slight Return, Hendrix.
Hate it.
92, Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey,
Heard it.
91, Thunderstruck, AC/DC.
I don't think it's.
I
one of
like
the
it, but it
greatest
shouldn't be in the top 100 of all time.
Number 90, Franz Ferdinand with Take Me Out.
I actually like that song.
I don't even know it.
I don't know it either.
It was big in 2004. I wouldn't put it on best guitar songs, but
Coming in 89, Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner.
Overplayed horrendously, and yet I still can't get sick of it. I think it's a great guitar solo. I like it.
Okay. Coming in at 88, they're back. Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
Those two songs, if you took those two songs out of their list, I like a lot of their songs. Where the fuck is Estranged ever? Estranged is their best song.
Coming in at 87, Cream, Sunshine of Your Love.
Great song.
Coming in at 86, Sultans of Swing, Dire Straits.
Yeah. It's going to be there.
Coming in at number 85, this is such a weird, out of everything we've listed so far, it's the Archies with Sugar Sugar.
a guitar song.
Right?
Then
Then we come in
Written
at
by Andy Kim.
Yeah.
And the
Come-
Archies weren't a band; they were a fake band.
Yeah.
Because
course.
nobody would record this song.
number 84 is Steelers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You.
It's a great
Guitar
song,
song?
but
Good song.
I can name 3 Jerry Rafferty songs that should be on this list ahead of that won't be.
Coming in
Take
at
a straight
83,
down the line.
I think a lot of people would be shocked that this is 83.
down.
It's Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
10
Coming-
Years Gone would be number 1 for me.
Coming in at number 82 is Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum.
Sucks. I hate the sound of that guitar.
Coming in at number 81 is Song 2 by Blur.
Oh, I like that song. I like that song.
That's
it.
Okay, now we're at. Wait, I gotta scroll. Coming in at 80, Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I can name other songs that I'd rather see on this list.
79, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Go on.
78, AC/DC, Shoot to Thrill.
Great
song.
riff. Great riff.
Number 77, ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man.
Do not like.
Think about it.
Should
Better
not be on
ZZ
the list.
Top.
There's other better ZZ Top songs that I can think of 30.
Coming in at 76, The Who with The Seeker.
I like it.
Oh, me.
I always like The Seeker.
Yeah. Coming in at 75, Scorpions
Better
are
than
here to
Substitute.
rock you like a hurricane.
Never liked that song.
Really?
I heard Coming Home today, and Coming Home is such a better song.
What a great
than that
fucking
album.
song.
Great song.
74, Same Old Song and Dance, Aerosmith.
Featuring Dick Wagner on lead guitar.
Coming in at number 70. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Coming in at 73 is Rumble, The Best of Link Ray by Link Ray.
Yeah, everyone knows that. song.
Coming in at number 72, the video clip has been going around about George Harrison saying he hates this man's guitar playing and voice. And you sent me the clip, I think.
Neil Young.
Neil Young, rocking in the free world.
Let me tell you, if George Harrison ever said anything that makes sense, that was it. He said Neil Young's like a joke.
When I heard him play, I looked at Eric. Coming in at number 71, Status Quo, rocking all over the world.
It's not Pitches of Matchstick Men.
70, AC/DC is back. Rock and roll ain't noise pollution.
Great song.
I think Shoot the Thrill is better though.
Agreed.
Coming in at 69, Radar Love, Golden Earring.
Great song.
Classic.
Timeless.
68, Are You Mine by Arctic Monkeys.
Throw it out. And put Arctic Monkeys in there. Fuck the person that did this.
Those
Coming
frozen poop throwing
They
monkeys.
suck.
Coming in at 67, Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix Experience.
I
I
hate
can see that.
song
Yeah.
too.
You don't have to like it, but it's like
66, Proud Mary, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I could live
Terrible.
without
But why
hearing
is Hendrix Who Knows never on these lists? It's the best song he's ever recorded. Never on the list. Who knows?
Well, who knows?
Right.
knows?
It'll be there, Hugh.
Coming in at 65, the Kinks with Power Man.
Better than Waterloo Sunset? Fuck no.
Hey, Hugh, Carry On Wayward Son's going to be in top 10.
Coming in with 64 is the Who, Pinball Wizard.
Great beginning.
I don't know.
I like the beginning.
63, Big Brother and the Holding Company, Piece of My Heart.
That's not a guitar song. I
Well,
think
we-
Summertime is more of a guitar song
I just
than
spotted
that.
number
Mr. Ryan
57.
Bodybuilding, we disagree there.
Holy
I
shit.
I think the needle and the damage done is awful. It sounds like he's just singing over every chord. Like whatever, the chords don't make sense. It's just every major chord, and he's just going to sing over it and change the melody for the chord.
Coming in at 62, Personal Jesus, Depeche Mode.
Great
How is
song.
that a guitar song, though?
All right, well, the main riff
Well, it's
is all
got a
guitar.
twang. It's got a twang in it.
Bow,
Yeah.
dow, bow, bow, dow. Your own.
Got a little twang to it.
Coming in
This
at
should be any song that has a guitar in it.
Yeah, exactly.
However, I like Enjoy the Silence better. Go on.
61, Black Sabbath, Paranoid.
Great song.
It's got to be in there. I was never.
Probably my least favorite off of that album.
I think War Pigs is the best one on that album.
Coming in at 60, Painted Black, Rolling Stones.
I like that Stone song.
Decent.
Number 59, George Harrison, My Sweet Lord.
No, I
No.
never dug it.
Coming
It's
in,
just,
at number,
it's He's So Fine by the Chiffons.
coming in at number 58, well, it's kind of an iconic riff. It's The Knack with My Sharona.
By the way, as much as the song is overplayed, when it goes to that guitar solo section, it's
Great guitar
fantastic.
solo.
Or the
And
Cheech
on that
Marin.
album, She's So Selfish is fantastic.
Scrotum.
I'm gonna read
And Good Girls
57
Don't.
because 57 is like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I got to ask Krellbar a question. All right, so number
Yep.
57 is Eminem, Lose Yourself.
What?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Does it
I
even
don't
have
know.
a guitar in it?
Well,
That's what
that's
I
the
want
beginning
to
with
Just for that?
Yeah,
Now,
I guess so.
Krellbar, is that your new guitar behind you? And why haven't you showed it on Dave's guitar channel?
That is
Oh, that's
not
a
a new
Jackson.
guitar. That's a that's an Ibanez.
Oh, where's the
Oh,
new
I-
one?
It's an RG. Oh, it had a twisted neck. I sent it back.
Oh, fuck.
I should.
Okay.
They're overnighting it now.
See,
I should have
that's
it
why
tomorrow.
I've stayed away from that
Yeah,
company.
ordering.
All right.
Well,
Coming in
they're
at-
taking care of it.
At least that's good. Coming into 56,
Hannibal, you're right.
London Calling, The Clash.
Din, 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 din,
Ah.
din, 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 din.
London Calling's all right. I don't love it.
Coming into 55, The Kinks are back with Lola.
I still
just
take
a
Waterloo
struggle.
Sunset. I would have taken
Yoda.
Victoria.
YODA Yoda. Coming into 54, Living Loving Maid, Led Zeppelin.
Down and
Love it. Love it.
Beating Led Zeppelin at the 53 spot is Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Dave's loving this.
Coming into 52, LaGrange, ZZ Top.
Great song.
Fantastic.
Great song.
Coming into
Great song.
51, Layla, Derek and the Dominoes.
It's good.
Good song.
Coming in at, we're at the top 50. Kashmir, Led Zeppelin.
Great song.
Classic.
Fantastic.
49, Jumpin' Jack Flash, The Rolling Stones.
Very good.
Mhm.
Not
Coming-
fantastic, but very good.
Coming in at 47, Johnny Be Good, Chuck Berry.
That's got to be on the list.
Coming in at 40, oh, that was 48, my apologies. 47 is Black Sabbath with Iron Man.
My second least favorite song on that album.
Okay,
Go
but that's getting beat out at the 46th spot by Joan Jett with I Love Rock and Roll.
Eh,
Hey, at least it's not number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming, I can't wait to see what the top 10 is with this fucked up list. Coming in at
Welcome back,
45 is The Animals, House of the Rising Sun.
Well, that's a classic song.
I love it because I love Eric Burden's voice.
Right? Coming in at 44, he ain't nothing but a hound dog. It's Elvis Presley with Hound Dog.
That's a guitar song. Well,
I love Elvis.
Come on. Coming in at
I love-
43. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I love Elvis. I think for early
Can I-
Elvis, me and Robert Plant like the same song.
What's the song?
Treat me like a fool.
Oh, come on.
Treat me mean and cruel.
There's a channel I have saved on my favorites on the IPTV that I haven't dared put on yet because I know I won't move ever again. And it's 24/7 Elvis movies,
the best.
right? Holy shit. Okay, coming in at 43.
Speedway, Clam Bake, all
Blue
classics.
Hawaii.
Fucking Blue Hawaii.
Clam bake.
Coming in at 43.
Classics.
They're the best. Kissing Cousins.
Oh,
Just- yeah, oh, great.
Kissing Cousins is fucking great.
King Creole.
King
King Creole is
Creole.
probably the best one.
It's Kid Creole,
What's
isn't
the
it?
one?
Kid Creole. That's it.
What's the one where he's the diver? All the
Muff
shit.
Diver.
Awesome. 43 Hotel California Eagles.
Great song.
Guitar song. Yeah.
42.
So these nights better be higher up on the list.
Yes.
42 A Horse with No Name by America.
2 chords. 2 fucking chords.
It's
AC
also, to me, not a great America song when they have like Sister Golden here, Daisy Jane. I always thought that song was boring. Horse with No Name.
Yeah, but that movie with Mel Gibson and Robert Downey there, Air America, was it? Where with the Vietnamese guy singing "Horse with No Name," going fa ra 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 ra.
Tin Man, you're right.
Felt
Hugh.
like they ripped that off from a Christmas,
Christmas
story.
Story.
Fa
Yeah.
ra 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 ra. No, fa ra ra
Yeah.
fa la la. Okay, coming into 41, AC/DC is back with Highway to Hell.
great song.
Not better than Shoot the Thrill.
Yeah,
No.
Shoot the Thrill's one of the best riff songs. From that.
Okay, we are on the
No, I
top
didn't
40.
see it, RL.
Kicking off the top 40 with it's Deep Purple, Highway Star.
We get off of this fucking record machine head for a minute.
Okay, coming into 39, one of my favorite songs came out the year I was born, named after me. It's Hendrix with Hey Joe.
Let me ask you this question. Going back to the Deep Purple.
Go ahead.
What's a better song, Highway Star or Fireball?
I think Fireball.
Way better. Fireball's superior. It's exciting. The other one's not exciting. Highway Star. When you get to that solo in Highway Star, and it's I want to kill him.
If I had to pick a song over those two, Farmer's Daughter.
What else
Okay.
is that on?
Isn't that on Fireball?
I mean, I've listened to Fireball maybe twice,
Could be
and I'm
rap-
like, I'm only listening to the title track from now on.
I have to go. I have
ahead.
to look. You might be right. All right, coming in at 38. Here Comes the Sun, the Beatles.
Great
Good song.
37, the Beatles again with Helter Skelter.
Not a good song.
No, it's
Okay.
like
Coming in at 36, Elvis is back at Heartbreak Hotel.
I'd rather see the Jacksons with Heartbreak Hotel in there.
Okay, coming in. I didn't even know
They have a
did
great
cover.
song called Heartbreak
Coming in
Hotel.
at number
I'd rather see
35,
Dred Zeppelin.
Neil Young is back with Heart of Gold.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, the funny thing is Down by the River won't be on this list.
Yeah.
And that's a fantastic song. Harvest Moon, which is his only other good song, won't be on this list. But let's have all the shitty songs in there and put them in there.
I like Down on the Weekend off of Harvest too.
Coming in at 34, Hammer to Fall by Queen.
Really?
I mean, it's a good song.
Nothing wrong with it. It's like of all the Queen songs.
I know.
Oh. All right, 33.
Take your chance. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just waiting for the hammer to fall.
Coming in at number 33, Go Your Own Way, Fleetwood Mac.
Great song.
Not
Not the best
off
song
that
on
album,
there.
I could pick 4 songs that should be there, and that's not that. Here we. That's it. Hammer to fall.
All right, coming in at 32, Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones.
Great song.
Except the
31.
guitar solo.
31 is Get It
No,
On.
that's the other one. Sympathy for the Devil.
Oh, okay.
Gimme,
I get those mixed
Gimme
up.
Shelters with the girls
Yeah.
belting it at the end.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
31 T-Rex, Get It On.
Well, you're dirty and sweet, clad in black. Don't look back, and I love you. Nah, it's all right.
Not the power station cover.
I prefer that.
Coming in at number 30, a song that anyone will yell out if you're playing live. Freebird! Freebird!
Like Tuesday's Gone, and I Know a Little,
Simple Man.
and On the Hunt are my three favorite Skinner tunes. Why are they never on the list?
On the Hunt is great.
Coming
Oh,
in at,
man. Killer.
coming in at 29, Fortunate Son, Creedence Clearwater Revival again. Coming in at 28. Coming in at 28 is a song popular from Rocky 3, where he fights Clubber Lang, played by Mr. T, where he
Eye
had
of
to
the
get
Tiger.
the Eye of the Tiger. Yeah. Okay. Coming in at 27 by Survivor. I did buy the soundtrack for that, though, so I can't, Okay. 27, Beatles, Drive My Car.
Good tune.
Good song.
Okay. Coming in at 26, Aerosmith is back with Dream On.
Yeah,
All right.
classic.
On that album, I would have accepted that. One Way Street or Moving On.
Moving out.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Coming
Alex,
in
we
at
can work it up. And then
top 25. Coming in at 25 is the Rolling Stones' Doom and Gloom.
Don't know it.
Okay.
Dave doesn't know it. That's
Yeah.
Apparently,
It's a Stone song, Doom and Gloom?
There's the Rolling Stones' Doom and Gloom.
Don't know it.
Never heard of it.
It's a hipster doofus pick.
Here comes Dave's new favorite band is back at 24. It's the Arctic Monkeys with Do I Want to Know?
This guy loves the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
Okay. The Beatles are back with Day Tripper at number 23.
Good riff.
Good riff, yeah.
The Ozman Cometh at number 22 with Crazy Train.
Yay!
All right.
Number 21, the Beatles are back again. Come Together.
Better song.
Just let's make a word salad and have us make a song out of it.
Coming in at 20, Eric Clapton, Cocaine.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Boring.
That high?
Song stinks.
Sucks.
All right. Coming in
How
at
do you
number
mean this song?
19 is Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop.
Can't stop.
I know, out of all of them.
They didn't even use a good Chili Peppers
A
song.
weird one, but I love this band and I like the song, but for guitar songs, I don't know. Coming in at number 18 is Blondie with Call Me.
I like the song.
Yeah.
It's not a guitar song.
It's got a cool guitar in it, but overall, I think everything I like on Eat to the Beat is better.
Coming in at number 17, Queen is back with Brighton Rock.
That's a good pick. That is a great guitar song.
Really?
Yeah. That middle solo.
It's Late.
It's Late's great.
That's a great song.
Okay.
Flick of the Wrist is a great song.
Well, that got beat
You're
out.
right,
By,
Hugh. Shayla's fantastic.
that got beat out at number 16 by Green Day with Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
I want the guy's name who came up with this list.
I could get it for you.
Does the word Rochambeau come to
Unbelievable.
mind?
Yeah, he's terrible.
15, Steppenwolf, Born to Be Wild.
And that song sucks.
Okay.
If somebody said that's one of the greatest songs of all time, top 500, I'd be like, I don't know if I can come up with 500 songs, so maybe it fits. Top 1,000, absolutely. Top 100? No. No.
Queen is back at the number 14 spot with
Let me
Bohemian
guess this.
Rhapsody. Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, it's like
You couldn't guess the number 13 spot if we stayed here for the next 3 years.
Wait, if you tell me the band's
fucking Bob
name, I
Dylan.
might.
No, because the band's name gives away the only fucking song they're known for.
Ooh, there's a hint.
Yeah, one hit wonder.
All right, give me the year, the decade.
Let me look it up. It doesn't say. Okay.
Well, you can't tell by band name.
One song that they only have that you're playing, Josie.
Why isn't that on the list?
In the Beginning by Heaven. That's like an Australian band. That's a good one, RL. In the beginning.
Okay. Okay. They're known as a one-hit wonder from 1977.
Oh, 77. Give me a second here, folks. I'm going to say it's the Sanford Townsend Band, and the song is
Smoke of a Distant Fire.
Smoke from a Distant Fire.
No.
Okay, hold on. It's Pilot Magic.
No.
Hold on. It's
I'll give you a.
Do this all-
Let me give you a hint. Let me give you
I
a
do
hint.
this all day.
There's just this last year or so, the video's been going around Instagram with the girl saying, "My dad said he was in a band," and he actually was. And it's the guys are playing on it like looks like they're outside of someone's front lawn.
Ooh, Black Betty, now. Ooh, Black Betty.
Black
Ram
Betty,
Jam.
Ram Jam. There you go.
Yeah, I know that video.
Yeah, Hugh got it.
Good job, you. I can't see the chat, so anyone who's getting it, good job. Coming
Yeah,
in at
my
number
chat's up
12, it's The Who. They're Behind Blue Eyes.
My least favorite song by The Who, and there's some songs I hate. That's it. That's the worst.
Coming in at number 11, Michael Jackson with Beat It.
Good song. But
All right.
guitar,
Speaking of
huh?
Van Halen right after The Who, I have a feeling that The Who, that Van Halen was pretty much a Who fan.
well, he said Live at Leeds was one of his favorite albums when he's.
Oh, he does? Because you know the part when it goes, listening to you, A, B, C, A, B, E. When he plays that on the listening to you part, that's exactly how fucking Ain't Talking About Love ends.
Love ends.
They use that same ending. And then the song, Senorita, I'm in trouble again.
Yep,
Because him
that's-
playing Won't Get Fooled Again.
Yeah.
He's just doing that keyboard part. All right, let's go on.
Okay. Coming in at,
Ozempic.
oh, fuck you.
You know.
Coming in at number 10, we're in the top 10. It's like, ooh, Barracuda Heart.
Ooh, from now on, just say the band. Let's see if we can figure
All
this
right.
out. But let me just
Okay.
say this about Barracuda. Great fucking song. The drums were definitely influenced by Achilles' Last Stand by Zeppelin.
They fucking idolize Zeppelin, so I wouldn't be surprised. right.
100%.
Coming in at number 9, I'm just saying the band. It is Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Susie Q.
No.
No, and I'm going to say it's...
Bad Moon Rising.
He got it. Okay. Coming in
There's
at
a
number
bathroom
8.
on the right.
Coming in at number 8, AC/DC is back with what?
Back in Black.
He's got it. Coming in at number 7, the Rolling Stones are back with what?
All right, well,
Satisfaction.
Brown
No.
Sugar.
No.
okay, my guess. Hold on.
Oh,
He said
Yeah, I know it.
Satisfaction, Brett. I'll say Honky Tonk Woman.
No.
Start Me Up.
No.
No.
Slow it down a bit. Slow the tempo down.
All right.
Angie.
Angie, he got it. Coming in at number 6. Good luck with this one. It's Green Day.
Forget it. It's back-
American Idiot.
I know.
American Idiot.
Fuck.
I got it.
If I say the name of this band, it's going to give it away because who else knows what it's by Free, number 5.
All right,
right.
now.
All right now.
Well, it could have been Wishing Well.
Coming
Take
in at-
off your coat. God.
Coming in at number 4, the Kinks with
All day and all the night.
yeah,
No.
you got it.
Is it?
He got it.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Coming in at number 3, Hendrix is back with
Foxy
I love
Lady.
no, I fucking love this
When
song.
Cries Mary.
Watchtower.
There
It's
you got it.
Watchtower.
Watchtower. Coming in at number 2, the Kinks are back.
Oh my God.
Man, the Kings.
Where the
are
hell is
coming along.
Kansas? Where's Kansas?
Where's
The
Van
Kinks are
Halen?
back.
Where's Van Halen at all?
For
Yeah.
me, if it was a King song, I would say it would be Don't Wanna Live My Life Living in a Rock and Roll Fantasy.
Come dancing.
What song is that?
How
Jonathan
about
Alley.
Oh, Come Dancing?
No, but that's what I was. But what is
No,
it?
no, I'm
What's your
joking.
guess?
For a guitar song?
Lola.
No,
No,
we
that
did
was already
Lola.
mentioned.
I'll say Destroyer.
No, 20th Century Men.
Oh, great song.
Hmm.
This is an age of society.
Coming in at number
Is it-
1. Anyone want to guess the band?
Carry On Wayward Son, Kansas.
No.
It should be.
Yes, Roundabout. I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to get in
It
this
should be
friggin'
if the
writer's
world
head.
was. Yeah.
Kiss, rock and
It's a
roll all
class.
night.
It's a classic rock and roll band. I'll give you that.
Okay. Can we get the first letter of the band?
T.
If that's a the, go to the first letter of the band. Like if it's
Beatles.
it's Beatles.
It's a song that's very famous for fuzz.
It's Revolution. by the
Revolution?
Beatles.
No, that's not the Beatles.
Oh,
Rolling Stones Satisfaction.
There you go.
It's a
Rolling
Gibson
Stones
Mastro.
okay. This
Maestro.
list sucked.
Terrible list.
We're at-
I didn't make it. Someone named NK did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Small
look him up.
faces. It's all. So we were talking today in my students about Bob Weir. Have you guys seen this video of Bob Weir's isolated guitar track from a concert? It's like the whole concert, but it's his isolated guitar track.
No.
It's horrendous.
As
So
it
then I
should
went
be.
to go watch the band play the song because I'm like, let me hear what the whole band sounds like playing it. It was still bad, but the guitar, everything was in time, not like the washed out Bob Weir guitar you can't hear. But the song reminded me of Itchy Coo Park by The Faces or Small Faces. You guys familiar with that song?
Yep, very much so.
I know Matt should be because it was covered by Blue Murder.
Mhm.
It's all too beautiful. You remember that song, right?
Mhm.
All right. But it sounded just like Itchy Coo Park. Anyways, folks, we hope you had a good time tonight. I know Joe is fucking dead tired.
Sorry.
Krellbar is moderately
Just-
tired. He's fine.
Yeah.
But I am going to have myself a cigar. And I don't know what I'm going to smoke yet, but I have a busy day tomorrow. So,
Cigar and a good wank.
yeah. Well, cigar first.
Not in that order.
I smoke a
smoking-
cigar while I
Smoking,
wank.
the smoking stroke.
Smoke me, smoke me, smoke.
Wank.
Do-do-do-do. By the way, the song "The Stroke," the fucking production on that song is friggin' awesome.
Mm.
The guitar sounds great. And again, I'm just going to say Reinhold Mack is a great producer. He produced The Game, which is fantastic. And he worked with Jeff Lynne on all those ELO records.
Fuck that. Doesn't beat the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, right.
I gotta look them up to
Anyway,
see
you
what the
guys want
fuck
to
they
say anything
play.
before we adjourn to next week? Have a good night, RL. I'll rap with you in a bit. Anyone want to say anything else? Joe, you want to say anything else? Any
Good
reminders to
night.
people?
Yeah, no. Good night, everyone. Have
After
a great
that-
week.
After
I'll
that
check
list,
it
I'm
out,
disgusted. I'm disgusted.
Bam, bam. Thank you, man, by the Small Faces. Thank you, Everett Cummins, for coming. Johnny, thank you for hanging out, Johnny. Johnny, we're sorry. Won't you come on home? You guys remember the Fine Young Cannibals? Well, they disappeared, right? They came out with that first album. Then all of a sudden they're doing shit drives me crazy. And then, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
Thing.
The
Good
1, 2,
thing
they
they-
popped off like Peter North. Anyways, speaking of Peter North, folks, we want to say goodbye to everyone here tonight. Krell, you want to say anything before we go?
Nope.
All right.
I
thank
got
Christ.
nothing.
All right, everyone.
I've got this
Very
story.
What?
I've got this story.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you start it right now?
Okay, I'll take it up now.